When you think of science fiction, two scenarios come to mind. The first is a futuristic Earth with amazing advanced technology or threats of an alien invasion. The second is a story of characters journeying through space. Today, I want to showcase both types of stories. Science fiction on Earth has a wonderful way of taking what's familiar to us and making it nearly unrecognizable, like in Cinder, or so utterly possible that it's almost scary, like The Fifth Wave. Space operas have these fantastical planets completely different and unique from our own as backdrops for characters and journeys we're meant to enjoy. I love that each of these titles has a bit of everything for every kind of fiction reader, from political discourse and adventure, like in Zodiac, social commentary and mystery, like Empress of a Thousand Skies, to romance, action with a little bit of magic, like in Carve the Mark. Let's get into it. Author Veronica Roth has written the best-selling Divergent series, Carve the Mark, and its sequel, The Fates Divide. In Carve the Mark, it's set in a galaxy where everything is powered by a cosmic current. Everyone has a gift. Someone can foresee the future, others can manipulate the current in various ways, like manipulating electricity, a little bit of power over water, or maybe even hypnotism a little bit. Some can steal memories, while another can cause a terrible pain. Everyone has a power referred to as a current gift. There are also very rare people who are favored by fate. Fates that only the planet's oracles know. It's a destiny foretold at their birth that they can never escape. One of the 9 planets in this galaxy, the only planet that is home to 2 countries. When the galaxy's government releases these fates to the public, they set this planet to war with itself. Akos Karaseth is just a young boy from an icy country known throughout the galaxy as Thuthe, when he and his brother are kidnapped by an enemy nation. Siren Elevek is the unfortunate princess of that nation, called the Shotet, where the galaxy considers their people nothing more than barbaric thieves. Akos and Sara must work together to stop a tyrant, saving those that they care about or suffer their fates. One to die, and one to cross the divide. Carve the Mark is a fantastic story about love, family, and power, and I can't give you too much more information because this book is a thrill from start to finish. If you're into romance, action, or stories about individuals with amazing power, Carve the Mark is right for you. The next title is Empress of a Thousand Skies. Just like Carve the Mark, Rhoda Bellas's Empress of a Thousand Skies is also told from 2 points of view. Rhiannon Rhee Ta'an is the heir to an ancient dynasty after her entire family dies in a tragic accident. Since then, she has lived on a distant moon, far from the castle she was born to rule in. Allie is the star of one of the galaxy's most popular reality television shows, before being framed for Rhee's death. But now he must prove his innocence or lose his life. The assassination attempt at the coronation sends Rhee and her alleged murderer, Allie, on the run for their lives. Empress of a Thousand Skies is also full of action, adventure, drama, and intrigue. The book is fast-paced, full of gorgeous backdrops, and I love the ongoing political and social commentary on race and discrimination. These are real-world issues in a fantasy/science fiction setting that feel just as genuine as these issues do in our world. These characters are flawed and utterly human, from the impulsive Rhee to the overly cautious Allie. Empress of a Thousand Skies will absolutely have you excited for its sequel, Blood of a Thousand Stars. This next title is written by Romina Russell, who's from Buenos Aires but now lives in Los Angeles. In the Zodiac galaxy, there are 12 planets, 1 for each house. Most of us are familiar with the 12 astrological signs. Personally, I'm a Leo. Well, a cuss, but I won't get into that. Each sign brings something to the zodiac galaxy. Aries is known for its military. Virgo planets bring their research and intelligence. The planets in the Gemini constellation are known for their creativity and art. Each of these houses has a ruler known typically as their guardian. Roma Grace, or Ro as she prefers to be called, is a student at the largest school in the Cancer constellation. While everyone else is mastering the equations needed to read the stars, Ro has her own way of doing things. Sometimes she sees things in the stars that even the experts can't find, but her age and unorthodox methods keep her from being taken too seriously. Ro must find a way to convince the galaxy of the new threat that they face, the 13th house, Ophiuchus. This next title is the science fiction on Earth that I spoke about earlier. It's Cinder, written by Marissa Meyer, author of The Lunar Chronicles, which this is the first title in, Heartless, and the Renegade series. She's a prolific writer. She's written so many different titles, and they're all fantastic. Unlike Carve the Mark, Empress of a Thousand Skies, and Zodiac, this novel isn't nearly as far-reaching and is told on a planet much more familiar to us all. The classic Cinderella story is nothing like we've ever seen before in Marissa Meyer's Cinder. It's set on a very futuristic Earth where borders have been redrawn and the moon has been colonized by a race of human who call themselves the Lunars. Lynn Cinder, the titular character, is a talented mechanic who just so happens to be a cyborg. Between the plague, rampant poverty, and a really unkind stepmother, being a cyborg should be the least of Cinder's problems. Right? Wrong. In this world, cyborgs aren't even considered citizens or even people by some. They are often sold out to scientists looking for more specimens in their plague research. In addition to the classic unending housework, Cinder is full of futuristic technology, mystery, and lovable characters. Cinder will leave readers with a clear answer to a very classic question. Are androids, or cyborgs, or robots people too? Yes. Even though they are unable to physically display emotion, the cyborgs in Cinder feel just as deeply and authentically as any human does. The plot was wonderful, if a little bit expected, and full of plot twists. It is very entertaining. From the dialogue between the characters to the detailed world bending, Marissa Meyer's writing is extremely well done. Cinder is a great debut to the Lunar Chronicles and has millions of readers hooked on its every word. My final title today, written by the first male author in this video, is The Fifth Wave, written by Rick Yancey. It's set right here on Earth. The attacks begin just 10 days after a spaceship the size of a large city is found circling the Earth. First, it was a pulse that knocked out the electricity everywhere. You may know it as a EMP, I think it is, electromagnetic pulse. Right. Then the earthquakes and tsunamis caused damage the world had never seen before. The beings in the ship then brought the bird flu virus back and killed millions. When 16-year-old Cassie is separated from her brother and father in the fourth wave, she has nowhere to go and nowhere to turn to. Nowhere to go and no one to turn to. Cassie just knows that she must find her brother at all costs. When the beings in the ship look just like humans, it's hard to know who to trust. Survival is the key to Survival is key in the fifth wave. In terms of characters, I loved Cassie. She's a fighter and thinks quickly on her feet when she has to make hard calls. The book is rife with tension. The chapters with Benjamin, the football player from Cassie's high school, gives us so much information and insight into what's actually going on with the kids who were collected by the military. It's great because it means the reader actually gets to know more about what's happening in the story than the main character does. We don't get information at the same rate that she's getting information, and it is phenomenal. Waiting for the story to reach its climax is honestly one of the best parts about this book. The dystopian setting is fantastic. The Fifth Wave is a classic science fiction premise done extremely well. And the movie didn't suck either, though I'm still waiting on the sequels. I'm Ariana London, your local librarian, and this has been my TED Book Talk.